Well, hello, my lovely Libras. I'm here today to give you your February 2016 horoscope. As you can see, I've got a few friends. We're just chilling here. You know, Libra always needs partnership, always needs to talk to people and be around people. So I'm just chilling with some homies here today. But anyway, what's going on for you in February? Well, first of all, the sun starts out in Aquarius, and that is your fifth house of dating and romance, casual dating, flings, crushes, flirting, but it's also creativity and children. And if you have your own business, the fifth house also rules that. So what does all of this mean? Well, the sun shines a light and highlights any area of your life that it passes through in your chart. With the fifth house, Libra, you're going to be one of those lucky ones that actually have some romance going on in February. You know, everybody's so concerned about Valentine's Day and, oh, am I going to find the one? And am I going to have somebody to spend Valentine's Day with and give little chocolates and hearts to? Libra, this may be you. You may be one of the ones that really get to experience that this month. Casual dating is something that's encouraged during this time that you will absolutely enjoy yourself with. The fifth house is all about fun and diversion and passion, really having a great time. The sun in the fifth house is also going to give you a lot more creative energy. So if you have your own business, Libra, then this is an area of your life that's going to be highlighted. You're going to be focused on it. You're going to be focused on more creative ideas to bring into your own business. Or even if you're not concerned about dating, just having a great time, getting out there, doing some fun things. Like the fifth house is the fun, like playing video games, going to an arcade, going just to a pizza joint and having a good time. It's like fairs and festivals. So get out there and do some of those things, even if you're single and don't have anybody to get all cuddly wuddly with. The fifth house is also children, so it's highlighting that area. So this could be a great time to spend extra time doing super fun things with your kids, or maybe your kids might need a little bit more of your attention. So just keep that in mind. On the 20th, the sun moves into Pisces, and that is your sixth house, Libra. That is the house of work, your work environment, what you do on a daily basis to care for yourself, the routines that you have, your habits. So with the sun there, it can be bringing up some things. It can bring some things to light. Like if you haven't been taking care of yourself, if you've been like running yourself ragged, or if you have been not having that great of a diet, not having a great of a daily regime, this is a good time to take a look at those things and maybe adopt some new habits, adopt a new routine, maybe a new route to work, maybe a new product, because Libras love beauty. A new product, a new diet, you know, and also if it's the work environment, then you're definitely going to be seen in that area. If you're looking for a job right now, Libra, then when the sun is in your sixth house, it's actually an excellent time. Employers will have more of an eye on you. You will be more seen and shine out there into the job field. On the 28th, the sun is going to be in conjunction with Neptune in your sixth house. Neptune rules like bacterial infections. It rules anything that can spread. It rules like the mucus in the body, and I know that's really grody and gross, but it also rules like any like liquids, and because Neptune is watery energy, Pisces is watery energy, and a lot of times the Pisces and Neptune energy can bring more congestion. So especially around the 28th, Libra, I would really make sure that you take care of yourself to make sure you don't fall victim to like heavy congestion, sinus issues, you know, really bad cough, or you know, just being congested. So stay warm and stay well. The month starts off with Venus, your ruler, being in your fourth house of home and family. So great times may have been had since Venus entered Capricorn last month with female family members, or just family in general. Venus is also how you enjoy yourself. So the fourth house is like food and just the comforts of home and being secure. So these are some things that you may have been like really craving at this time. When Venus is in Capricorn in your fourth house, it is even more energy that adds to, you know, wanting to have some really good times with your family. So family time is extremely important to you right now. When Venus moves into your 5th house in Aquarius, this is going to be on the 18th. For Valentine's Day, Venus is going to be still in your 4th, so you may want to spend it at home with somebody, just getting warm and cozy and cuddly, maybe with some hot chocolate, some movies, next to the fire. Woo! Even if you didn't have somebody to snuggle and cuddle with on Valentine's Day, don't worry, because the sun is going to be in your 5th and Venus enters your 5th on the 18th. Here is more energy that's all about enjoying yourself, getting out there, doing some really fun activities. The 5th house is also like sports and leisure, so if the weather permits, definitely get out there and do some things like active, like hiking, or maybe some competitive sports or games or something with somebody that you're interested in. This could be a great way to bond with them right now, with Venus being in the 5th. With Venus in the 5th, Venus is also creativity, and so is the 5th house, so there's double the creativity. So if you are in a creative field, this is an excellent time to bring more of that out of you. Mars will continue to travel in the sign of Scorpio this whole month, and it's going to be in your 2nd house of earned income. So there can be a lot of Libras out there that are really working hard to earn their money. Having Mars in the 2nd house, if you already have a job, you know, like a regular job, you can be looking for more ways to make money. Maybe a better, higher paying job, maybe secondary income. Maybe you can be just looking for, especially with all the creative energy that you have going on, Libra, you can be looking for like your own side venture, that like a creative hobby that you can do to make money off of, and just really like going for it. Mars, especially Mars in Scorpio, is super determined, super focused. So if you're working, because you know, the 6th house energy going on, which is work environment, at a job and your duties, Mars in the 2nd is really going to help you to work hard for your money. But if you're not working for another person or like a company, you have your own business, Mars in the 2nd is a great time to gather in a lot more money within your own business. The only negative side to Mars in the 2nd is you could be wanting to spend more money. You know, as fast as the money comes in, you can feel like even more like buying things and collecting things, because that is the 2nd house. The 2nd house is all about materialism, material possessions, and comfort, and just buying things because you just want to buy it. With Mars there, it can make you like really have a hunger for it, because that's what Mars is, especially in Scorpio. It's hunger and drive, and wherever it is, it's gonna aim at that with its arrow and go after it like with a vengeance, with like a passion. So you could be really passionate about going and spending your money, going and shopping and stuff. So I would say just be careful with that. But all in all, great time for earning money and gathering more resources. So what's Mercury doing? We started out the month with Mercury still in Capricorn in your 4th house, and he's coming out of retrograde, coming out of shadow completely on the 8th. On that day, he's also going to be in conjunction with Pluto. So Mercury conjunct Pluto. Mercury is how you speak and communicate. Pluto can be kind of a harsh energy. There are some good things about Pluto, but just touching on the harsh energy part, it can affect you with how you speak. So you can be maybe firing off some like more harsh words towards family, towards female family members, or even just your family in general, because the 4th house represents home and family, and that's where Mercury and Pluto are going to be conversing at. You know, they're going to be exchanging energy. They're going to want to just, Pluto might make you just spit out some things that are like, talk about like past hurts and pains and trauma from family, because Pluto does represent trauma and anything that's hidden and buried back in the deep subconscious mind. So with Mercury there, Mercury wants to speak about those things. And if it's in the 4th house, that's in relation to family. So either you're aiming things at family, or you want to talk about and bring to the surface and bring to light any issues or traumas or pain that had to do with family. So you're another one of those signs, Libra, that may have to seek out like some therapy, whatever kind of therapy you're open to, anything that's therapeutic to you. It can not necessarily have to mean go see like a doctor, a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever, a counselor, although that may be helpful for you. It can be just therapeutic for you to really confide in a friend or a close family member, somebody that you trust, you know, anybody that you trust, or just seek out anything like meditation or anything that calms you, but yet helps you get things out of your mind, you know, that might be lurking back there and eating away at you, so that it can be brought to the surface and talked about. And then finally, you know, maybe you can have it cleared from your mind, because Pluto also wants to clear things from your life that no longer serve you, that are not good for you, and that are toxic. Okay, so it wants to flush away toxins. So maybe even doing a detox of your body at this time, especially with the sun in the 6th house a little bit later in the month. You know, maybe detoxing your body may help you to detox your mind and the things that Mercury might bring up that are kind of ugly, you know. On the 14th, on Valentine's Day, guess where Mercury moves into? Your 5th house. Woo! It's gonna move into your fun house. So you're gonna have all this 5th house energy, Libra. You are so lucky. I'm so jealous. So Mercury being there, Mercury represents communication, but also friendship. So maybe you could find love within a friendship, someone that you already know, somebody that you already share common interests with. And if it's nobody that you know and you find someone to go on a date with, you're probably gonna have like so much fun. Okay, like Mercury is like the hands, and you know, here's more energy that it's encouraging you to like do something creative with your hands, or play games or competitive games or sports or something with someone. So I would suggest, if you go out on a date, definitely do something along those lines, and you'll have such a good time, I promise you. Mercury in the 5th house can also represent creativity, your own business. So any Libras that are in the creative field, just February is just an excellent month for you. You're going to be really having so much more creativity, so much more motivation towards like your own business endeavors and anything that's creative you're involved in. Jupiter continues to be in the sign of Virgo, and Virgo is your 12th house. So although you have this 5th house energy going on, and 5th house is in it correlates with the sign of Leo, because Leo is the 5th sign on the zodiac wheel. So whenever there's 5th house energy going on, you're gonna feel a lot like a Leo. You might be loud and boisterous and like, here I am, this is me. Everything you do is an announcement, right? I'm here, everyone. Even if they don't give a damn, you're gonna announce yourself like the queen or the king is here. Where are my rose petals? Where's my servants? Hello, I'm here. It's all about me. That can happen when you're having some 5th house transits. But if you're having 12th house energy at the same time, it can, since the 12th house is a house of like hiding away and escaping, you know, a few things that it can mean with Jupiter being there. It can mean expansion, because Jupiter is expansion, right? And Jupiter is also higher knowledge and higher learning. You could be reading more books that are like escapism, you know, fantasy books that help you just get away from it all in your mind. Like the 12th house is creative energy as well. It's an energy that is in relation to Pisces and Neptune, and those energies are like, you're just a natural at anything that's creative. It's great to add on to the list of planets that are helping you out with creativity. Can also make you have maybe some better dreams or more vivid dreams. Dreams that have messages and meaning, because Jupiter is the planet that is representing the guru, right? So any spiritual gurus and things like that associated with Jupiter. So your dreams can be telling you things while Jupiter's there until the fall of this year. So definitely pay attention to your dreams while Jupiter is in the 12th house. As far as the moons, well, we are going to have a new moon in Aquarius, 19 degrees Aquarius, on the 8th of February. The new moon in your 5th house can definitely signify a brand new beginning with someone you're casually dating, somebody that you're interested in, somebody that you're flirting with but you haven't taken the next step, which is the 7th house, you know, into a committed relationship. Maybe just meeting somebody new that you can share your time with. The new moon can definitely bring those things. It can bring a new beginning when it comes to children. Some of you Libras, you may need to watch yourselves when it comes to creation and children, which is what the 5th house represents. All this 5th house energy, some of you Libras can, you know, be maybe having a child later this year if you're not careful. But if this is something that you are wanting to do, Libra, February, excellent time to get pregnant if that's what you're looking to do. Otherwise, you know what to do. Watch yourself. There's a full moon at 3 degrees Virgo on the 22nd of February, and that is in your 12th house. The same house that Jupiter is residing in. Although it's a little bit of a distance away from Jupiter, it's highlighting the same area of your life, which is rest and retreating from the world, relaxation, sleep. It's also creativity, channeling creativity from a higher realm that is unseen, and just feeling things. Like the 12th house is like you feel music and you just move to it, you know, naturally. It's like you feel a certain way, you put your hands on a keyboard or a piano and you just start playing something, and it just comes from like out there somewhere. That's the 12th house. So if you are in a creative field of any kind, the full moon there can bring an enhancement of that energy. But the full moon, it mainly brings things to a head, to a culmination, to a closing. It might get rid of something so a new beginning can happen. With it being in your 12th house, I would say this is even more reason and validation that you need to pay attention to your dreams when you sleep at night. Also, the 12th house is like really long distance traveling really far away, you know, especially to destinations around water. Maybe with all this 5th house romance activity going on, you and your boo thing can sneak away to an island somewhere or to a beach or something if weather permits. Yeah, that's something to think about with all this 12th house stuff. Pay attention to your dreams and your sleep. Your sleep habits can be affected. Your intuition is going to be enhanced like 10 times with the full moon there and with Jupiter there. So I would say anything that you intuitively feel very strongly around the full moon, you should check into it, like really deeply check into it to see what the hidden message is that lies beneath the surface. So all in all, Libra, to wrap up this horoscope, the month of February is going to be significant in the following areas of life: your creative projects, your own business, your children, romance, dating. Oh, you're so lucky with the dating part. The 4th house energy, which is home and family, is going to be emphasized in the beginning of the month. So the 12th house of sleep, rest, relaxation, creativity, and intuition is going to be very, very much highlighted. Secondary focus is going to be your house of earned income, which is the 2nd house, gathering your money, your resources from your own business or from whatever job you work, possibly getting a new job and working very hard towards earning money. Watch your spending, Libras. That's all I have to say about that. All right, well, thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Please continue to watch my channel because I will be doing horoscopes from now on. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and take care of yourselves.